Hello. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish reviewing the Child's Play franchise. So the next one is gonna be Bride of Chucky, which came out in 1998 and is directed by Ronnie Yu, who would later go on to direct Freddy vs. Jason. Uh, the plot of this movie is Tiffany, played by Jennifer Tilly, is like a huge fan of Charles Lee Ray, who was, Chucky before he became Chucky, the human version of Chucky. So she kidnaps the Chucky's body parts from a police station and puts them back together and resurrects him through voodoo. She keeps Chucky in this little playpen thing, like crib thing, as a hostage, basically. And she wants him. I guess she just wants him, just to spend time with him. But this pisses Chucky off, and he kills her, and then he transfers her soul into a doll, which becomes Tiffany. Chucky tells, Tiffany, like, oh, we need to get this amulet so we can become human, or himself at least, become human, and he wants to use Tiffany's neighbor to transfer his soul into. Tiffany's neighbor and his girlfriend, at least. And basically, the movie turns into a relationship movie and a road trip movie. Basically, it's basically Chucky and Tiffany arguing and having relationship problems thrown in with a road movie. I'm not a huge fan of this movie, and I only seen it a few times, so I don't remember like too many things about it. But I remember some of the things, like most of them. Like if I had to rank the Child's Play movies, mine would probably be Child's Play 2, then Child's Play, then Child's Play 3, then Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, and then Seed of Chucky, which I know people probably hate that I put Child's Play 2 of the first Child's Play, but I just like it better. Some of the things, I know because this movie came out in '98, so they kind of like made it more MT. I don't know. It has like more of an MTV kind of feel to it. They put like a lot of rock and heavy metal songs in it, which I don't mind because I like that kind of music. And they amp up the gore, they amp up the violence, the gore, the comedy, especially in this movie. And I think Siege of Chucky does it worse. They really play up the comedy in it. They give Chucky so many one-liners, and so I guess that's kind of like the Nightmare on Elm Street series, like part 4 onwards with Nightmare on Elm Street. The movies just kind of became more comical and not that interesting. Not that interesting. They're not scary, like what I mean. It's kind of the same thing with Child's Play. The Child's Play movies, like from Bride of Chucky and Bride of Chucky and Sea of Chucky, are like just straight up comedies. Um, some some of the scenes I do like some of the gore scenes in it, like the scene where Tiffany kills her boyfriend, who's like this goth guy, and he has like a piercing in his lip, and she like pulls the piercing out of his lip, and then she suffocates him with a pillow, and then that wasn't that gory. Did she stab him? She did. Then there's the scene where Tiffany is in the bathtub, and I think she's watching Bride of Frankenstein, and Chucky, and I don't know why, but she's sitting there. Okay, she's in this bathtub, and she has like the TV like on this little table thing, like right near the bathtub, and it's like kind of obvious that it's gonna be an instrument in her death, and Chucky pushes it over and pushes it in the bathtub, and she electrocutes, and she gets electrocuted, and then he resurrects her into the Tiffany doll. Uh, some of the scenes is kind of funny, like when she has him caged up, and like she's kind of treating him like a baby and stuff. And he's not dumb and stuff. He's like intelligent and like he could talk, like he could form sentences and stuff. Um, John Ritter is in this. He plays, I think, he's the uncle of. There's the couple who's Tiffany's. Not Tiffany, yeah, Tiffany's neighbor. Well, the boyfriend, Tiffany's neighbor, the boyfriend, he has a girlfriend. She lives with her uncle, and he's very overprotective. He's a cop. Um, he's like trying to frame them so she don't leave with her. He's trying to frame the boy. John Ritter's character is trying to frame the boyfriend so he does so the his niece doesn't leave with him. So he plants a bag of weed in the guy's van, and Chucky and Tiffany are in the Chucky and Tiffany are in the van, but they act like they're dead. Like when they're around people, they act like they're not alive, inanimate. But they set up this rig system because they're trying to get this couple to take them across to take and get this amulet and across country, I guess. And they set up this thing and John Ritter opens a seat or opens this thing, and he gets shot up with the nail gun, and kind of looks like Pinhead. And then they hide the body, which I don't get, like how two little dolls can hide a body, but okay. Um, they hide it in the seat. And I was like, that scene was pretty cool. A guy gets hit by a car. Um, then there's the big scene where at the end where Chucky and Tiffany get into a big ass fight, and they're like Tiffany's pregnant, and they're like beating each other up, and it's kind of funny because like it's two little dolls fighting, so it looks kind of funny when they fight, and then like Chucky, they're fighting each other, and then Tiffany gets shot up, and then like after that a baby shoots out of her, and it's kind of weird. There's also a scene where they go to this motel, and there's this couple next door having sex in the room, and there's like a glass ceiling, like a mirror on top, on the ceiling, and Chucky and Tiffany, they throw a wine bottle up and break it, and the glass comes down and tears up the couple. And then there's this weird scene, which I don't know, which I'll get in when I get to see Chucky, where Tiffany and Chucky have sex. I think that's like the most like that's like the scene that really stands out. Just like how do dolls have sex? And I don't know. I was talking to my sister about this like one day. I was like, it was about when the Chucky's Chucky and Tiffany's child and seated Chucky, and about like he don't have no privates and stuff. And I was like talking about, I don't know, it was weird. I was talking about that, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, sorry for going off that tangent. What else? There's a lot of like rock songs playing, like they turn on the radio, and I think it was like this pop song, and then like Chucky's like, "Oh, what is this shit on this radio and stuff?" And then he's like, they don't play good shit anymore or something. And he changes the radio and it's a metal song. And then at the beginning of the movie, which I like the beginning, is it opens up with Tiffany and she's going around, and it's showing like in this police station, and it's showing like what do you call it, evidence from other crimes, and it has like Jason's hockey mask, Freddy's glove, Michael Myers mask, and so all those characters exist in the same universe. And I'm wondering, Bride of Chucky is by Universal Studios, and I think the only company, or the only one under Universal, I don't know, was Halloween or Michael Myers. Halloween. I don't know because they got bought up by Miramax, and I forgot if Miramax is under Universal. But anyways, Tiffany kills a cop in his car, and then she takes you know, the evidence back, the key to get Chucky's remains. And after when she kills the guy, the cop, it starts playing "Living Dead Girl" by Rob Zombie. "Living Dead Girl," yeah, by Rob Zombie, and it's like one of the most iconic openings in a horror movie. That, for me at least. Um, yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite movie. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the scene when they're driving across country and like Tiffany, Chucky and Tiffany are having like relationship problems, and they're sitting there like fighting with each other, and he's talking shit about her cooking, and she's throwing stuff at him, and they're throwing stuff at each other, and like the couple in the car is like, "What the fuck is going on?" And yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite in the series. Like I don't really watch it that much. It's like this one, it's not as bad as Seed of Chucky, which I'll get into. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend it if you're like into the Child's Play movies. Oh, they're really, and most people have already seen these movies anyway. But this movie, at least, is totally different from the first three movies. They, like I said, they really ratchet up the comedy, the gore. Uh, it has more of like a MTV kind of style feel to it. It's more slick and stuff. But anyways, that's my review.